everybody, it's me, Jessie of Jessie's Cards and Crafts, and today I'm going to give you a quick tip on how to organize your stamp sets with coordinating dies. Now, as many of you know, I am an independent demonstrator for a company called Stampin' Up. We make these gorgeous stamp sets with coordinating dies. Dies are the little metal cutouts that you would cut out your stamped images with. If you're like me and you're a fan and you have these sets, how do you store them? How do you organize them? Because what I found was my stamp sets are on one side of the room and my dies are on the other in a box. When I want to do a project, I have to, go over here, look at what I want to do, go over there. By the time I'm actually ready to start crafting, I'm exhausted. So what I decided was to get a little bit more organized and streamline everything to make my life a whole lot simpler. And to do that, I'm going to be using these magnet adhesive sheets. Now you can get these at Oriental Trading, you can get them off Amazon, anywhere office supplies are sold, and they're not very expensive. But what I like to do is I take the cardboard backing for the metal dies and I measure it. And then I take my magnetic sheet. This sheet size is 8.5 by 11, like your basic cardstock size, but they come in 6 by 6 and different. So everybody, you're gonna have to just measure them, or if you want it to be a little bit easier, you could always just, it's a little sticky still, stick it on there and cut around it. Now I like to use my paper trimmer for this to get a really nice straight cut. However, it does dull your blades. So what I like to do when I notice that my paper is starting to get little fringes on the edge when I cut and it's time for a new blade, I save those old blades for projects like this where it's going to cut just fine and I don't have to worry about it getting dull. So there's another tip for you. So I already know my measurement. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. Now, when you do this, kind of think about the layout of your cut. And if I do it this way, I'm not going to get as many full sheets out of the paper. So I'm going to do the tall end first, right? So kind of cut it like this so I can get 2 off that one paper. Now, you're absolutely going to have extra little pieces, and just like our scraps from our scrapbook paper, save these because you might have a smaller die. You could piece them together. It doesn't matter. You can use them. So, but here's our sheet for today's project. And we're going to take our stamp set. Now this is a red rubber stamp. What I like to do is put the backs on my stamps, but I keep the paper that the stamp stickers came on, and I kind of match them back up for a couple of reasons. One, you always know that you have all your stamps and one hasn't gone missing. And 2, these are super sticky. So when we stick them on here, sometimes it's hard to get off. And so this way it's very easy. It's not going to damage your stamp. And so there's a lot of benefits to that. So I keep mine on the paper. Now, before we do that, let's just take the backing off of our magnetic sheet. There we go. Now, if I had my take your pick tool, I'm sure it would have been easier. Okay. So you kind of line it up. Just get it in there, make sure all the bubbles are out, and now you're good to go. I like to adhere my magnets on the back side, this side of the inside of your case. But if you have a photopolymer set and there is a picture there where you stick your photopolymer stamps, you can put it on the cover. It's a magnet. They're going to hold either way. So I'm going to take out my dies, save this. We're going to use it in a minute. And then we're going to take all the little metal pieces that go to the set and put your cut side up and the flat side down. That gives more metal to adhere onto the magnet, and they'll stick better, basically. So this is a big set, so I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them on and move on. Okay. This set, by the way, is the happiest, I think it's the Hippiest Hippo set. Hippiest Hippos set, and it's in our Celebration catalog right now. Anyone would like a catalog, just shoot me a message and I'd be happy to get one out to you. All right, so there you go. We've got them all on there. Now what I like to do is take the information with the die set's name and I just slide it in the back of the case's plastic holder. So you have your magnetic sheeting with all your dies on it. You have your stamp set. Stick that in the case. You have all your stamp pictures on the front, and on the back your die information. You could put that right on the shelf. Now you're saying, I can hear it, Jessie, what if I have a stamp set that's too large for that? Like the Pansy Patch, right? They're photopolymer, they're stuck on both sides. This method is not going to work for this stamp set. Well, what I like to do is take some Velcro adhesive dots and just put them on the corners of the stamp case, and then on your die case, go ahead and match them up with the sticky, or the, you know, the opposite for the Velcro. Okay, so here is the coordinating die set. I'm just going to line it up like we do with the cards on top of your stamp case, and there you go. It's together. So now you can put on your shelf and you have them together. Now you're thinking, yeah, but you could just line up the die envelopes in between your stamp cases. It's the same thing, which is true, but when you take one out without the other, or when you want to put one back, it just gets all jumbled. So that's why I like to have them adhered on there. So I hope that was helpful. If you do something different, I would love to hear it. So please leave a comment and share with us what you do for organization with your dies and stamp sets. Now, we still have these great strong envelopes that the die set came in for the ones that we magneted to the case. What I like to do with these is take my embellishments and stick them in there, and that way when they're open, maybe they don't have the explanation paper on them anymore, they're protected. They don't get dusty, they don't get hit by things and come off the page. They're protected. You can keep them organized in the bin of your choice. And there is another organizational tip. So I hope you find this helpful. I hope you're happy and you get to craft today. Have a great day, guys. Bye.